my apartment always tasted a little stale, a byproduct of the old building and the third-floor location. Tonight, though, it felt thicker, heavier, like a shroud settling in. It had been a stressful day. The property management company, always a beacon of inefficiency, had finally sent someone to fix the leaky AC. He'd been odd, not overtly threatening, just off. He'd made small talk about my cats, then asked about my spare key to the main building entrance. When I'd refused, citing my neighbors, he'd casually asked where the nearest Home Depot was. It was the way he said it, a casual curiosity that felt too calculated. After he left the second time, I distinctly heard fumbling at the main door downstairs, a jiggling sound like someone trying a lock. My stomach had clenched. I lived alone. The girl on the second floor lived alone. This wasn't just a handyman anymore. He'd been casing the joint. I'd pretended to be on a loud phone call with a friend, making sure to mention the suspicious behavior and the unanswered calls to management. If he was still in the hallway, he'd heard me. An hour later, the stale air had curdled into something metallic, like old blood. A faint scratching sound began, not from the door, but from the wall behind my bed. It was rhythmic, insistent. Scratch, pause, scratch, pause. My cats, usually boisterous, were huddled in the corner of the living room, eyes wide, tails puffed. They hadn't moved since the handyman left. The scratching intensified, morphing into a scraping. It sounded like something sharp, something digging. A splintering crack echoed from the wall, small at first, then growing. I held my breath, listening. It wasn't the old building settling. This was deliberate. Then a whisper. It slithered from the wall, dry and raspy, like dead leaves skittering across pavement. It wasn't a human voice. It was too distorted, too ancient. It spoke a name. My name. Panic seized me. I fumbled for my phone, dialing 911, my fingers slick with sweat. As the call connected, the wall behind my bed shuddered. A dark, viscous fluid began to seep through the cracks, smelling of damp earth and something far more sinister. The scratching stopped. The whispering intensified, no longer just my name, but a chorus of guttural sounds, a symphony of hunger. The fluid dripped onto the floor, spreading like an oily stain, and from the largest crack, a single, long, black finger, impossibly thin, began to emerge. It twitched, as if tasting the air, then slowly, deliberately, curled into a fist.